Hi everyone, it's a pleasure being here in the beautiful city of Buenos Aires. I'm Pasquale, CMO and co-founder at Ragnarok Games. Ragnarok Games is a young and innovative gaming studio founded in 2021 based in Switzerland, working on the edge of integration between the blockchain world and the gaming ecosystem and the gaming industry, trying to push the space forward in the right way. I know that's a lot of buzzwords. The reality is that 2021 was eye-opening for most of the participants of the gaming market, as in blockchain definitely has great potential and great adoption metrics for how we can improve and how it can overlap greatly the gaming world. And we knew as crypto native users, but at the same time as experienced game developers, that the market was currently not going in the right way. Greed and the use of products that were built for crypto users rather than for actual gamers was undermining and definitely did undermine the reputation of the space as a whole. And we decided to take on the opportunity as a small team of 6 people to bootstrap our own product and try to do the things in the right way. BloodLoop is our first product, the first game that the gaming studio is producing as a whole. And it's a TPS experience, a third-person shooter experience built around our unique characters and unique abilities and maps featuring a deep game story with a real money economy embedded in the product itself, centered around not the abilities, not the gameplay itself, but the cosmetics market, which is, of course, extremely big in free-to-play games and in the whole genre of hero shooters. Built for casual and competitive gamers, the game is going to fully release in 2025, first as an open beta in the beginning of the year, and then as a full release at the end of the year itself. Our journey was definitely the easiest one. We started as a startup, a crypto-native startup of 6 people, just with an idea. We bootstrapped the company ourselves. We built our first MVP in about 6 months, and we managed to secure our first funding, $500,000 that basically was raised to improve the initial build and build out the skeleton and the foundation of our company, which grew by 200% just between those 2 years. 2023 was instead kind of the pivotal moment for BloodLoop as a product, as in we managed to establish our brand on socials, and we achieved the first hint of Web3 virality, the first hint of Web3 success. Establishing our gameplay videos and our product on Twitter, on YouTube, and everywhere else, we managed to collect and attract enough attention to secure our second round of funding, 3.5 million, which will help us complete and deliver the game as an indie studio by the end of 2025. And that allowed us to grow the team by 200% more, and subsequently secure over 500,000 active users and active wallets on our testnet. The testnet here is the big reveal moment that we wanted to have at Avalanche Summit this year. It was not advertised. No one knew we had a subnet going on. But the reality of things is that throughout the whole journey of BloodLoop, we were building on Avalanche our own layer 1, the loop chain. The goal with Loop is to offer users 0 to 1 complete experience with complete onboarding, wallet creation, abstraction, and a gas fee selective environment where everything that happens inside of the game stays in the game with no gas fees and no roadblocks for users that are now approaching our product. But at the same time, it creates an environment where developers can continuously build on top of the chain and offer incentives to them through gas fees and grants for them to employ our chain, not just for our product, but to build a whole suite of ecosystem tools for the game as a whole. Avalanche was overall our first business choice that we made. It's a reality that blockchains don't make or break your game, as in you should not pick it based on the user base that they have or what you can achieve for them in terms of grants or whatever. It's a matter of having the right technology to offer your users the right experience. And we knew that we needed something completely customizable, something that we could create from zero with our own hands, but at the same time that could offer us the security of not being dependent on another chain. And of course, layer 1, our own layer 1 through Avalanche was the perfect choice for us to keep on building. Throughout our journey, we had to embrace the fact that we were still a startup studio. We were starting from zero. We had no track record. We had to make sure that we could impose ourselves on the market and let people know that we exist without overspending, managing our budget, and making sure that everything we did had a purpose. And it's funny, but everything is kind of testing proud. So we had to market and test our product at the same time in order to achieve our goals, and at the same time make sure that people were aware that BloodLoop was a thing. And it's important because attention is everything in this market. And that's why throughout the time that we were on the market, we basically focused on zero budget viral growth strategies. And through that, we wanted to test how well integrated could the layer one be for users that had no idea that blockchain was running underneath our product. And our first, and I would say biggest viral success there, was our on-chain battle pass and our creative strategies that we employed. We had to get the product and the users we had to get the users inside of our product. We had to secure our first player base for what will be our ongoing private test that we've been doing for the past months. And that's how we created our first on-chain battle pass with a recurring mint. And through that, we managed to onboard over 500,000 users on our testnet without them knowing that everything was running on-chain. And that was extremely smooth. Through that, we managed to do over 7 million transactions over 30 days of the campaign being running. And we actively tested our chain while securing new users for BloodLoop. Through that, we definitely got through some of the accomplishments that we were aiming for. We managed to secure over 50,000 members in our Discord, which is our growing and extremely important for us community that is basically the ground and foundation of everything we're doing, as we kind of embrace the concept of building in public and offering them a full overview of what we're doing throughout the development stages of the game. We managed to amass over 20 million organic impressions. We landed top third in the most wishlist games on Epic Games Store. And we had over 15,000 players in our first private beta test the last few months. Of course, our journey in Web3 is parallel of what we're trying to achieve in Web2. We are aware that Web3 fame is not something that gives you success. Web3 fame is just a step over the journey of getting your game to the masses, specifically whilst building a Web3 product. That's why, as a company, we are focusing extremely on the Web2 world as activation, and we're trying to establish our brand there as well. Tokyo Game Show was a success for us this year. We were the most visited indie booth at the Tokyo Game Show, and we had over, I would say, 20,000 people stopping by. We were the most visited booth, and we distributed and dispersed tens of thousands of gadgets over the course of the whole event. And thanks to this activation, and thanks to the presence that we're building, we're currently aiming to fully release the game, specifically in LATAM and Asia, over the course of the next 6 to 8 months. We are ready to do more from here. We know that it's going to be a huge feat, but we're aware that thanks to Loop, we can definitely offer our users an experience that is with no barriers, an onboarding that is exactly one-on-one with what you could get from a traditional game. And we are extremely proud of what we're currently getting with our product. I would say that currently we are set for going live, and we have some clear goals in mind. We are going live with our closed beta in at the end of 2024, and we are deploying mainnet, finally, the Loop chain at the end of the year. That's going to be one of our biggest accomplishments, I would say, for the year, with the testnet deployment, the second testnet deployment being live in the next month, and the game being fully live, and the testnet and the mainnet being fully live, possibly at the end of the year, thanks to the ACP77 integration that just went live. LoopDAO will go live at the same time, as we definitely try, and we will definitely strive to offer developers the opportunities to build on top of our chain and iterate with tools and opportunities for our players, and for them to leverage the blockchain opportunities that we're offering the players as well. 2025 will be our big year. We were going to be releasing officially our early access global launch through Web2 distribution partners. And I'm happy to say that we will be actively deploying the game on PS5 as well. We will be going live on consoles, which is a big accomplishment and goal for us. And there will be the complete Loop integration with BLSR token being the main currency inside of the game, both on consoles and PCs. Overall, it's been a journey. It's been an interesting experience for us. It's been a matter of beating giants, starting as one of possibly the smallest studios on the chain, and we're extremely happy with what we achieved. And this showcase was for us the opportunity to publicly share our upcoming and possibly the biggest release that we're doing with the Loop network. So thank you so far for being here, and I appreciate you taking your time to listen to us. Any questions? Anything?
Hi, Christian from Blockchain Services Labs. I have a question about the kind of layer one do you choose? Meaning, kind of, do you use EVM or custom consensus?
Yeah, it's a custom EVM. So we took the EVM code and we hard forked the gas fee elaboration system in order to build a gas fee selective chain, where basically we can opt out and opt in contracts from spending gas fees, which are in our token, by the way. So we have our token as our gas token for users to not spend gas fees inside of the game, but at the same time for projects and ecosystem building on top of the chain to still have gas for any dApp that's deployed on the chain. The gas deployed on the chain is used as an incentive as it goes toward developers, and at the same time it goes towards the nodes, the validation nodes that are running the chain. That will be, in our biggest plan, permissionless for everyone to validate and offer services for.
And do you need validators for
Yeah,
the chain?
definitely. We will. We are actually rolling out soon the first onboarding form for validators. We will offer validators the opportunity to apply, and we will be selecting a few in the beginning. And again, the goal is to be completely permissionless, as in we truly embrace the Web3 ethos there. But it will take a bit of time, of course, throughout the rollouts. But definitely, in the course of the next month or two, there will be the first onboarding process for that. And then from there, we will be onboarding more and more up to a point where it's open for everyone.
Oh, nice. Last question. Question. What is the language for smart contracts, or if you have some?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
What is the language for the smart contract part? Do you have smart contract on your layer one?
Yeah, of course.
What is the programming
yeah,
language?
the language. Sorry, I didn't get the language. Yeah, it's in Solidity. Everything is, yeah, it's EVM. So it's a EVM, completely EVM compatible. We edited the way the EVM elaboration feature works, but still EVM. So contracts run natively. It's just that the way the chain elaborates the gas is controlled from us. So we can actively tweak how it's elaborated for the users on the end side. So we can, everything inside of the game or things that we whitelist don't have to go through the gas fee elaboration part. And through that, we can offer users a completely borderless and with no roadblocks experience. Of course, gas fees can be a big pity for new users on board into your game that have no idea how and what a gas fee is and why they're paying to do something that's normally free in a traditional game.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you, Pasquale. Thank you.